Delhi lockdown relaxed. Delhi government has decided to further relax the lockdown announced due to COVID-19 in the national capital from 4th May 2020 onwards, with the official guidelines for state governments released by Home Ministry. The respective state governments were allowed to offer relaxations to the people of the state in line with the norms laid out by the central government. In compliance, the state government has released the detailed list of lockdown guidelines or relaxations in the lockdown norms for people of Delhi. Get complete list of all activities, business and operations that are allowed to operate during lockdown 3.0 from 4th to 17th May 2020 here. What's allowed in Delhi? To help restore some sense of normalcy and help the national capital get back in stride in terms of opening of economy and normal operations of day-to-day affairs, the Arvind Kejriwal government has laid out a set of rules and relaxations for the people. The same are listed here. Government offices involved in delivery of essential service to operate with 100% staff strength. Government offices not delivering essential services to operate with all officers of deputy service rank and above. Government offices not delivering essential services to operate with 33% of staff strength of lower ranks. Print and electronic media, IT services, data centers, call centers allowed to operate. Warehouses, cold storage units, private securities agencies and facility management service providers allowed to operate. All stand-alone shops selling essential and non-essential items. E-commerce firms allowed to deliver only essential commodities. Shops for books, stationery items, essential services, commodities to open in market complexes and big market areas. Factories situated in industrial estates and factories involved in production of IT, hardware and packing materials allowed. Liquor, pen, cigarette shops allowed to be open. Private offices in national capital to operate with 33% staff capacity. Self-employed professionals including plumbers, electricians and technicians allowed to provide their services. Safai Karamchari, house helps and maids, laundry services, press walas allowed to operate, allowed to provide their services. Agricultural activities, that is sowing and harvesting of crops and agriculture supply chain. All financial institutions including banks, commercial transport carriers. Travel by car with two passengers. Travel by two-wheelers without pillion. Construction work where workers can stay at the construction site. Marriage function allowed with maximum 50 people or attendees. Funeral ceremonies allowed with maximum 20 attendees. What's not allowed? With Delhi still being one of the worst hit states and one of the key hotspots or epicenter of coronavirus pandemic in India, many critical activities have been prohibited and restrictions imposed by the state government. These are as follows: public transportation, travel by rail, air transport. Public transportation, travel by rail, air, metro, interstate and intra-state buses remain prohibited. Public transport by rickshaws, auto taxis remain prohibited. Educational institutes, schools, colleges, tuition classes, coaching institutions to remain closed. Hospitality sector, all malls, cinema halls, dine-in, restaurants, gyms to remain closed. Functions, all social, political, religious and cultural functions remain prohibited. Places of worship to remain closed. Movement of people only allowed between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Movement of people above 65 years age and those with comorbidities remains prohibited. Thank you. Please subscribe the channel, like and share the video with your family and friends. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.